Hare Krishna. Welcome to all devotees. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tatajayam Udiret Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. Hare Krishna. Today we continue Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 16. How Parikshit received the age of Kali. Shloka number 17 to 19. तस्य एवं वर्तमानस्य
तस्य एवं वर्तमानस्य
पूर्वेषां वृत्तिम् अन्वहम्
पूर्वेषां वृत्तिमन्वहम्
न अतिदूरे किल आश्चर्यम्
न अतिदूरे किलाश्चर्यम्
यत् आसीत् तत् निबोध मे
यत् आसीत् तत् निबोध मे।
धर्मपद एकेन चरण
धर्मपद एकेन चरण
विच्छायाम् उपलभ्यगाम्
विच्छायाम् उपलभ्यगाम्
पृच्छति स्म अश्रुवदनाम्
पृच्छति स्म अश्रुवदनाम्
विवत्ताम इव मातरम्
विवत्साम् इव मातरम्।
कश्चित् भद्रे अनामयम् आत्मनः ते
धर्म उवाच कच्चित् भद्रे अनामयम् आत्मनः ते
विच्छाय असीम्लायत्त एषन्मुखे
विच्छाय आयासीम्लायत ते षण्मुखे।
आलक्ष्ये भवति अन्तराधिम्
आलक्ष्य भवति मन्तराधिम्
दूरे बन्धु शोचसि कञ्चन अम्ब
दूरे बन्धुं शोचसि कञ्चन अम्ब।
तस्य एव वर्तमानस्य
तस्य एवं वर्तमानस्य
पूर्वेषां वृत्तिम् अन्वहम्
पूर्वेषां वृत्तिम् अन्वहम्
न अतिदूरे किल आश्चर्यम्
न अतिदूरे किलाश्चर्यम्
यत् आसीत् तत् निबोध मे
यत् आसीत् तद् निबोध मे।
धर्मपद एकेन चरण
धर्मः पद एकेन चरण
विच्छायाम् उपलभ्य गाम
विच्छायाम् उपलभ्यगाम
पृच्छति स्म अश्रुवदनम्
पृच्छति स्म अश्रुवदनम्
विवत्साम् इव मातरम्
विवत्साम् इव मातरम्।
धर्मः उवाच
धर्म उवाच
कश्चित् भद्रे अनामयम् आत्मनः ते
कच्चित् भद्रे अनामयम् आत्मनः ते
विच्छाय असीम्लाय ईशत मुखेन
विच्छायासीम्लायते षण्मुखेन
आलक्ष्ये भवन्ति अन्तराधिम्
आलक्ष्ये भवति मन्तराधिम्
दूरे बन्धुं शोचसि कञ्चन अम्ब
दूरे बन्धुं शोचसि कञ्चन अम्ब।
तस्य एवं वर्तमानस्य पूर्वेषां वृत्तिम् अन्वहम् न अतिदूरे किल आश्चर्यम् यत् आसीत् तत् निबोध मे धर्मपद एकेन चरण विच्छायाम् उपलभ्य गाम पृच्छति स्म अश्रुवदनाम् विवत्साम इव मातरम् धर्म उवाच कश्चित् भद्रे अनामयम् आत्मनः ते विच्छाय असीम्लायत ईषत् मुखेन आलक्ष्ये भवति अन्तराधिम् दूरे बन्धु शोचसि कञ्चनम्ब। हरे
तस्य
कृष्ण।
एवं वर्तमानस्य पूर्वेषां वृत्तिमन्वहम् नातिदूरे किलाश्चर्यं यदासीत् तत् निबोध मे। धर्मपद एकेन चरण विच्छायामुपलभ्यगाम् पृच्छति स्म श्रुवदनां विवत्साम् इव मातरम्। धर्म उवाच कच्चिदभद्रेण अनामयम् आत्मनः ते विच्छायासीं लायते ईश अन्मुखे आलक्ष्य भवतीम् अंतराधिं दूरे बंधुं शोचसी कंचनाम्ब.
Translation and purport by the Srila Prabhupada, Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Now you may hear from me of what happened while Mahārāja Parīkṣit was passing his days, hearing of the good occupation of his forefathers and being absorbed in thought of them. The personality of religious principles, Dharma, was wandering about in the form of a bull, and he met the personality of earth in the form of a cow, who appeared to grieve like a mother who had lost her child. She had tears in her eyes, and the beauty of her body was lost. Thus, Dharma questioned the earth as follows. Dharma uvacha. Dharma, in the form of a bull, asked, Madam, are you not hale and hearty? Why are you covered with the shadow of grief? It appears by your face that you have become black. Are you suffering from some internal disease? Or are you thinking of some relative who is away in the distant place? Purport by the Srila Prabhupada. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The bull is the emblem of the moral principle, and the cow is the representative of the earth. When the bull and the cow are in a joyful mood, it is to be understood that the people of the world are also in the joyful mood. The reason is that the bull helps production of grains in the agricultural field, and the cow delivers milk, the miracle of aggregate food values. The human society therefore maintains these two important animals very carefully so that they can wander everywhere in cheerfulness. But at the present moment, in this age of Kali, both the bull and the cow are now being slaughtered and eaten up as foodstuff by a class of men who do not know the Brahminical culture. The bull and the cow can be protected for the good of all human society simply by the spreading of Brahminical culture as the topmost perfection of all cultural affairs. By advancement of such culture, the moral of society is properly maintained, and so peace and prosperity are also attained without extraneous effort. When Brahminical culture deteriorates, the cow and bull are mistreated, and the resultant actions are prominent by the following symptoms. The people of the world in this age of Kali are always full of anxiety. Everyone is diseased with some kind of ailment. From the very faces of the people of this age, one can find out the index of the mind. Everyone feels the absence of his relative who is away from home. The particular symptom of the age of Kali is that no family is now blessed to live together. To earn a livelihood, the father lives at a place far away from the son, or the wife lives far away from the husband, and so on. There are suffering from internal diseases, separation from those near and dear, and anxiety for maintaining the status quo. These are but some important factors which make the people of this age always unhappy. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Ena Tasmai Sri Gurave Nama Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Ena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vande Sri Guroho Sri Yuttapadakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavancha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam tam sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitancha Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात देशतारिणे वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा. We try to understand from shloka number 17 to 19. Here is the comparison given about like compare dharma is like an emblem of the bull and then a cow is a earth, and how the bull and cow can be protected for the good for the human society that describe here, and then they describe about the some important factors which make the people of this age was unhappy. All these points means dharma means bull asking question to cow means earth. Three questions asked, and what the questions are that Prabhuji will tell us in detail, and their answer we try to understand from ahead. Hare Krishna. Pancha kalpatarubhyecha kripa sindhubhyecha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavabhyo namo namaha.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Mataji. So 3 shlokas and 3 different activities. So very first thing that we learn is how to utilize our time. Where Parīkṣit Maharaj is the ideal for us again. So how was he utilizing his days? By hearing of the good occupation of his forefathers and by being absorbed in thought of it. So what it means is that we have to be absorbed in Krishna Katha. Krishna Katha means Katha of Lord Krishna's Leela, Nam, Roop, as well as of his devotees. So that is what we have to learn. Secondly, we understand how, because of the effect of Kali, there was problems, how Mother Earth is being disturbed. And then we understand the symptoms of Kali, how the root cause of our sufferings is our internal diseases, is our, bondage in some relation or the other, and distant relationships. So 3 very important topics which Prabhupada ji also covered when he was discussing about these shlokas in Los Angeles. So the question which was asked was how Mahārāja Parīkṣit punished this Kali, and the chapter's name is how Parīkṣit Maharaj received the age of Kali. So here it is said, Purvesham Vrittim Anvaham Tasya Vartamanasya. So Parīkṣit Maharaj was on a platform on which his forefathers were there. And what were these forefathers on the platform was? Of complete surrenderance to Krishna, of following the Dharma, of ensuring that they are the appropriate representatives of Krishna, of being Raja Rishaya, Rajarshi Raja, and Rishi, that is royal king and saintly person. And there are so many examples of this. Janak Maharaj, we have Prahlad Maharaj, we have Dhruv Maharaj, Yudhishthir Maharaj, Parīkṣit Maharaj. So all of them, they were saintly, they were representatives of Krishna, and they were ruling in such a way that everyone would try to grow further. The standard of living, the intelligence would increase, but where? In spiritual matters. Urdhvam gachanti satvastha. So higher and higher. And adhogachanti tamasaha. If there were tamas vritti, then there would have been a downgrading. But here, the kings were ensuring that everyone was in the mode of goodness and they were ruling as per the religious principles. And so the kingdoms were appropriately ruled. And everyone was happy. In fact, in Chaitanya Charitamrita also, it is mentioned that in Kaliyuga, everything is going to be, what I'll say, it's going to be criminal in material yuga. Dvaite bhadra bhadra sakali samana, yei bhala yei manda, sarvam mano dharmaha. This is what is mentioned about Kaliyuga in Chaitanya Charitamrita. And that is exactly what was going to be happening. And Parīkṣit Maharaj was at the beginning. So, practically speaking, if you see, material things are temporary, they are not permanent. If anything is permanent, if everything is actually there, it is spiritual. Materialism is all illusion. And spiritual means Ishavasamidam Sarvam. Everything belongs to God. But the moment we think that there is no God, I am God, or it is mine, me and mine, then that is darkness. Aham mameti. Janasya maho aham. Janasya maho ayam. Aham mameti. This comes in the 5th canto. So, in Srimad Bhagavatam, we are going to understand that this darkness is not right. There's another darkness. Yanya Arvindaksha Vimuktamanina. So, that is what is required. Vimuktamaninaha Tvai Asta Bhavada Vishuddha Buddhaya Aruya Krachena Parampadam Tatha Patanti Ado Patanti Adha Anadrata Yashmat Anugrahya. So Prahlad Maharaj is saying, my dear Lord Arvindaksha, see, the names of Lord Krishna we have seen are always going to be in relationship with his devotees, and that is exactly what is happening. So, we saw this yesterday. So, Arvindaksha. So, Anne, neglectfully others. So, in this particular shloka, Prahlad Maharaj is trying to tell Krishna, tell Narsya Bhagwan. He is speaking this to Narsya. So, we have to also follow similarly. And Parīkṣit Maharaj was an ideal example. He has clearly told it. Because if you lament on the body, then it is useless. Because this is not a matter of lamentation. Ashocyan anvashochastvam pratya vadamsha cha bhasase gatasum agatasum cha nanu shochyanti pandita. Krishna has clearly said that this body is not worth any kind of a lamentation. It is simply a vyartha kalatva. So Parīkṣit Maharaj, his special qualification was that he is a Mahatma. And we have seen about Mahatma. Mahatma nastu mam partha daivim prakritim ashritaha bhajanti ananyam manasa. So just like his forefathers, he was also continuously engaged in remembering Krishna, talking about Krishna and chanting the holy names of Krishna. And in that way, he was passing his time. And he has taken complete shelter of the Shastras. So he knew what is right and what is. And while this was happening, we see the Dharma in the form of a bull, Pada Ekena, and which form of a bull? Where he had only one leg, Pada Ekena. So the religious principles of the Kaliyuga have been reduced to only 1/4. So there are 4 yugas: Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, and Kali Yuga. In Satya Yuga, everyone was very religious, Paramahamsa, enlightened, elevated in religious principles. And so they used to live for lakhs of years. But then as the religious principles are reducing, the duration of life, bodily strength, mercifulness, memory, everything is coming down. And even humans are coming to the level of the animals. So 1/4 of religious principle means practically nobody is following. So who is following is maybe someone like Vaishnavas, the Krishna conscious people. At least at the present moment, they are available all over the world, millions of them. So Dharma Pada Ekena. And he's talking about the mother cow. Now there are 7 kinds of mother. We had seen this previously as well. Adau Mata Guru Patni, Brahmani Raja Patnika, Brahmani Raja Patnika, Dhenu Dhatri Tatha Prithvi, Sapta Eva Matra Smritaha. So real mother is the Adau Mata. Then Guru Patni, the wife of a Guru. So it means that even a Grihastha can become a Guru. There is no restriction, provided he knows the science. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has confirmed this. Kiba Vipra, Kiba Shudra, Nyasike Nenaya, Yei Krishna Tattva Veta Sei Guru Haya. So 7 mothers. And Dharma was right now was only on one leg because 3 of the pillars of Dharma, religion, were completely destroyed by the time Kaliyuga has come up. Dharmahinaha pashubhi samana. And because there is no more religion, humans are also like animals. This is something which we need to understand. And Prabhupada stresses on this. The human life is meant for the purpose of knowing God, knowledge, Veda. Ved means knowledge. Vedescha sarvera aham eva vedya. Krishna has said that in Bhagavad Gita. So, advancement of knowledge means ultimately to know God, to become best of the doctors or engineers or lawyers or carpenters. That is not knowledge. That is not what is required. What is required is how you can become servant of the servant of the servant of the Lord. Kalau Shudra Sambhavaha. The whole population is Shudra in Kaliyuga. So they actually have no knowledge. And so they are going to be indulging in all wrongful activities. But then Kaliyuga also has got certain good signs about it. And one of the most important positive aspects of Kaliyuga is that Namasmriti. Simply by taking to the process of the holy name, chanting of the holy name of the Lord, we can be liberated from the repeated cycles of birth, old age, disease, and death. So everyone right now is degraded without religion. Tan aham avishritah kruran kshipami ajastram eva yonishu. So Krishna has said this clearly. Without religious principles, everyone will be arrogant. And therefore, adhoganchati tamasaha, they are in ignorance. But then there is the possibility that we can still understand who we are. For that, we have to question. This is what is very, very important. In fact, if you see the cows in the present age, they are not maintained properly. If you see the previous ages, Godan was so very important. And cows used to be cared for like anything because they were the source of the magical nutrients for the human society. Cow's milk. But today we do not get it because the cows are not happy. They cannot sleep nicely. No one can work nicely because there is no cow's milk available. But in Yudhishthira Maharaj's time, the cows were happy. They had lots of grazing ground. The milk bags used to be full, milk used to drop, and the grazing ground used to become muddy with the milk. But currently, that is not the story. But the moment the cows are coming in association with the Sankirtana, they start giving. And this is something which has been documented even as per the modern scientific requirements in the Goshalas being run by ISKCON all over, and especially in Vrindavan. So, in this particular shloka, the bull, which is the Dharma, is left on only one leg. And then he's seeing cow who is crying. So definitely it means that the cow is neglected, and cow right now is representing the Mother Earth. So because the Asura population is increasing, there's so much of problems which are happening. The other Mother Earth is not happy because she's seeing that everyone is downtrodden. In fact, people are finding it difficult to say even Krishna. Krishna says you chant any name, but specifically says Krishna. Hare Nam, Hare Nam, Hare Nam eva keval. So Hare Nam means Krishna's name. Kirtanadeva Krishnasya Mukta Sangha Param Vrajeta. If you chant Hare Krishna mantra, then we become liberated from the contamination of so many faults of this age. But even that is becoming difficult for me. So what is required is that you always remain in association. Because the moment we are alone, Maya can overpower us with illusion. And then Mother Earth becomes unhappy and she starts crying. So the cow was actually crying. And here in this case, she was crying because the calf was taken away from Srodhari. See, it's not that they don't have soul, they don't have feeling. They have only thing is they are helpless. And these slaughterers, butchers, they strongly try to keep on creating problems for the mother cow and the baby calf. So since she was crying, the Dharma, he asked, it appears that you are very much bereaved. What is the cause, mother, of your bereavement? Now, Dharma also means Yamraj. So here when it is Dharma on one leg, you can also translate it to mean that the Yamraj was trying to inquire because Dharma is finally Yamraj. Now here one more thing which comes is how everyone is being looked at appropriately. Panditaha Samadarshina. So it's not that the cow is different. What is being looked at is the soul. So those who are learned, actually learned, they know that one may be a living entity, one may be a tree, an animal, cow, elephant, learned Brahmana, Chandal. Everyone is a soul. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastini Sunicha Eva Swapakecha Panditaha Samadarshana. So the soul is the essence. Everyone is a part and parcel of Sri Krishna. But still what we see now in Kaliyuga is we try to create troubles for others. Actually, Krishna had said, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja. But instead of surrendering to Krishna, we are surrendering to the illusion created by Maya. And instead of becoming a Krishna Das, we are becoming Maya Das and creating troubles for mother. And that is why she is crying. And so, Dharma is asking the questions appropriately. Why are you looking so pale? Why are you covered with grief? Why is it that you have become black? What is the internal disease? Or why are you suffering because of bereavement of someone very near and dear to us? So indirectly, these are all symptoms of Kaliyuga. So what it is trying to highlight is that even humans, because of bereavement, because of our internal diseases, they will not at all be happy. And this is going to keep on increasing. So if you want to prevent it, if you don't want to be troubled by it, it is very important that we follow the order of Krishna, surrender to him and advance ourselves in Krishna consciousness. Means to understand Krishna. If anyone understands Krishna, then he is great. God is great. We hear from people, but what is God? They don't know. The moment they understand that God is Krishna, and if we engage ourselves simply to Krishna consciousness, simply of thinking of Krishna, the life can be successful and all the problems of our life, they can be resolved once and for all.